to Caracas to prevent what we just saw from happening. And now what is he going to do, Becky? Many questions open.
So we're looking at live pictures coming from the National Assembly. A very animated Maduro, it has to be said, in front of a room full of supporters and allies, as you rightly point out. Venezuela closing the border with neighbouring Colombia earlier, and that was in response, as we understand it, to the decision by Colombia's government to formally not recognise the result of these elections. So the question is, what happens next, Stefano?
Yeah, what happens next? Is there a mediation even possible now? Because no government tried to mediate between the Venezuelan opposition and the government, between Maduro and the rest of the international community, like Colombia. It was only the day before yesterday, on Wednesday, that Gustavo Petro personally said that he was not recognizing the results of the election and criticized the human rights crackdown that is going on right now in Caracas, with many people being put behind bars as we speak. Late yesterday night, on Thursday night, the Colombian Foreign Ministry issued a statement saying that they would not recognize the results of the election, so they would not recognize Maduro's rule or legitimate claim to the presidency, but they would still intend to send an ambassador and they pledged to keep the border open. This border is a massive lifeline for millions of people between Venezuela and Colombia, and it's where a lot of the economy between these two countries takes place every single day. So both leaders know that it will create enormous, not just diplomatic, but economic repercussions, this decision from Caracas to close the border. The fact that Maduro says that they're closing the border now, citing an international conspiracy, is a big slap in the face of Petro, who tried almost more than anybody else to mediate, try to find a solution. At some point he even envisioned the possibility of doing a referendum over Maduro's rule rather than an election, because the election was not deemed to be fair, with so many opposition leaders barred from running, among them Maria Corina Machado. All of those efforts, all of those mediation efforts went to nothing. Maduro went ahead with his inauguration almost 6 months after this election. We're still waiting to hear from the electoral authorities in Venezuela to see the audited numbers that they say gave Maduro's the presidency, the victory. We haven't seen any of them as members of the press who cover Venezuela. We have seen a lot of the tallies published by the opposition, and we know from international observers that those tallies are believed to be legitimate. However, it seems now the force is prevailing in Caracas, and it's a very dark times. And just before you let me go, Becky, this also, of course, is a direct challenge to Donald Trump and to what Donald Trump would do as soon as he takes office